you've seen and worked in agencies and with marketing partners.
Yeah.
Uh, how is the business model of the marketing agencies going to change over the next few years? How are you seeing the business models change? Because there's a lot of disintermediation of media itself, right? So, therefore, how do you see the media models changing in the coming years?
Um, I think it's quite interesting because I feel the way technology is changing, agencies are also trying to play catch up with that, right? Because technology is actually defining how media will shape or how marketing will shape. Um, in corporates, I'll take it in two parts here. So
Yeah.
corporates is where we are trying to do a lot of in-housing.
Hmm.
So you've already seen shifts in a lot of bigger brands where they have created their own studios. They try to concentrate and bring in the media efficiencies as well by as a regional buy, for example, or corporate buy and things like that. I think the role and how media agencies also need to shape up is what is it that they can offer as a value to the corporates or the brands, which would be different from what the corporate and the brand already has internally. If 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 the brands are already bringing in those specialists, then the role of the agency actually diminishes over there, right? I think the approach that agencies need to start taking is more strategic. It has to be more consultative because that's where agency can play a stronger role than what they traditionally do. So it's no longer just about media buying, because if you just focus on media buying and providing media efficiency as cost saving, it won't cut through anymore. It has to be beyond that. It has to be much more than that.
Okay. So I just want to dig a bit deeper into what you are saying. Uh, uh, the reason why clients are setting up their own studios, are looking at their own
Consolidations in a way.
consolidation. They're looking at their own consolidation of various marketing tasks within their department. Uh, what did what was the reason why they started doing it? What did they not get, and what was missing? Maybe that's an area that could be interesting, because everybody knows that's happening, but when you're sitting inside, you know why that is happening, right?
Yeah.
What's the value that's missing, if I were to ask you that question?
I think there are many factors to it. It's not that the agencies don't get it. It's definitely they do get that. It's just that when it comes to brands, you want a faster turnaround time, right?
Mm,
So literally, the briefs you've come from agencies, so you know the briefs were meant to be yesterday. The campaign was meant to be a week before, right? So it's literally faster turnaround times. Second is as a brand, nobody can be a better brand custodian than your own team, right? So
mm,
you know better what are your values, what is it that will work. And it's easier to manage the stakeholders internally as well when there is a better control of the complete, marketing tasks that are there. Um, Third is definitely the operational costs.
mm,
From what you pay to an agency, and if you are creating your complete studio internally, there's a lot of savings that get
mm,
driven over there. So I think that's another thing that corporates think of, especially in this world where everything is about budget cuts or budget savings, that you need to have bring in more efficiencies so
mm.
that you're able to drive the business with higher profitability.